Flower is an excellent example of how a game can be creative and different, but isn't fun. The developers of the game focused solely on making the game relaxing, rather than challenging or interesting. All you do in the entire game is fly through the air and run into flowers and various man-made structures. That's it. There's nothing else to the game. And it's only 1 hour long. Hardly worth $10. So the whole focus is you're the wind, you pick up these flowers, you fly around with petals, you gain more petals, but they don't really give you any powers or different abilities. There's different colors of flowers, pink ones, yellow ones, red ones, but they don't really do anything different. They just look pretty as you fly through the air. That's it. And then if you find certain clusters of them, you revive areas. It looks cool, similar to Okami, some of those effects in Prince of Persia, reviving nature. And some of the gameplay, it's simple enough already, and then it autopilots you from area to area. Not exactly interesting. You can also go through these different clusters here of red flowers, get enough of them in an area, and you see a little cutscene of reviving the area. Nature coming back. That's the whole focus of the game. Nature coming back and stopping mankind's garbage that we're creating. Slowly guide through the area using the Sixaxis controls and holding down a button to control your speed, and you revive this area. And that's it. That's all there is to the game. You're just moving from flowers to flowers. There's 6 levels in the game. At the end of each level, you revive like this tree here. Not really a big deal. I mean, I get it. They want nature's power to be shown. Flower power. Truly a hippie's wet dream. It looks cool, but get better. All there is grass and flowers on the screen. And as you progress through the game, you still are just going from flower to flower, and get enough of them, and here you revive the winds for the wind turbines. Later in the game, it gets a little darker, and you go through a set pattern where you fill up an area with enough of your flower power, and the whole area is brightened up, and there's energy in the air. There's also these haystacks. In case you weren't aware, haystacks at night, they need to be energized. That's what makes everything go round. So now we've got a fluorescent stack of hay. Not exactly interesting. The game keeps repeating over and over. You make a little pattern here, and for some reason, flowers give energy to light, and then these light posts are lit up, and you progress further in the game, showing that nature has a lot of power. That's their whole focus in the entire game. The only slight changes is you have to subtly move from these flowers here. If you hit the man-made structure, then it'll zap you, and it'll hurt you. But it's not particularly challenging. You're just guiding subtly and pushing the button to control your speed. And then you've stopped the garbage there. Again, on autopilot, from building to building later in the game. Get enough of the flowers, and the buildings are clean. Thank God there were flowers there. I don't know what those buildings would have done without them. And then later, rather than running into flowers, you run into man-made structures. These pylons here. Same exact gameplay, same simple, boring gameplay. $10 for 1 hour of gameplay. Not exactly interesting. Flower is creative because no one else would have the gall to make you pay $10 for 1 hour of gameplay where you're just gliding through the air as the wind to revive flowers. It's pretty fun for about the first level, then you realize it's the same thing over and over again, and you really wish you hadn't spent those $10 and wasted that 1 hour.